Alright everyone, here we are with ticker symbol IDEX, Ideanomics Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And as we jump into this chart, I just want to quickly announce that I have a new ticker symbol you won't want to miss. You definitely want to add this to your watch list. It's dominating in its sector, and price target from analysis have been upgraded, and it's been rising, and it broke out of consolidation and it's pulling back now. So you definitely want to stay tuned till the end for more information on it. I go over the chart and you won't want to miss this, because this one is growing expansively outside internationally, and that's been their goal. And if the company keeps on growing, their market cap's going to grow, the company's going to grow, and by doing so, the stock price should grow with it. So stay tuned till the end. I'm actually here to tell you guys not to buy, sell, or hold, but to enlighten everyone to add this to your watch list, and you definitely want to have it on your radar. So stay tuned for that. So here we are with IDEX, Ideanomics Inc. So this has actually been in some sideways movement here, but it has fallen, broke out, fell down, and now some consolidation sideways movement. That's what it's looking like from here. Now the good thing is that IDEX is holding itself up above the lowest point. The lowest point's down here at 303. I believe anything above $3 is looking pretty healthy for this stock till the next run. Now I've seen a lot of comments about, you know, how IDEX is undervalued. There's so much potential here compared to others in its sector. And honestly, IDEX has been bashed and destroyed because of negative news, but the company's innovation and potential is there. It definitely is. I can possibly almost 90% agree with everybody's statements that there's potential, that the stock has, you know, so much room to grow and take up market share. Their innovation is great. IDX is onto something, but we need to see how revenue flows and, you know, how things are going. But right now, things are looking pretty healthy, and that they've actually broken out of that terrible, you know, news that brought them down. And also, IDX is not doing one of these, because I think that's probably one of the worst things that happened to IDX. It went up like a rocket and it fell down like a rocket. That's not healthy at all. This has been up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and we're looking at some sideways consolidation. When you look at it like that, you know, this is much more of a healthy organic growth, and this was a lot of speculation and hype, which is not healthy at all. Sometimes when a stock goes up like that and you're looking for an opportunity to go long, this is not, you know, a healthy sign. This is not something attractive to investors. And when you go to the past, we've talked about that as well. When this was going downwards up to this point, I talked about it in my previous videos. We want to watch if this history repeats itself. We saw that spike up and fall. Will it actually continue to fall? And we were watching as it was falling. We talked about this point here. It broke out of it. You know, it's had its ups and downs. The volatility of the market, all of this is normal. Volatility of the market will always exist, but it wasn't something like this, just hanging out, you know, downwards and a little spike and then downwards. I mean, that right there is pretty worrisome. So here we are seeing it actually growing in a healthy fashion, and we're seeing some consolidation here. That's looking pretty good to me as an investor, especially if you guys are long. This is looking pretty healthy, but it needs to stay above 303. I want every single investor to be aware of that. And then the next point would be down here at 281. But anything above $3 is pretty strong. Now, even if it was to go back down to 281, we want to remember where it came from. I mean, it came from way down here, and it broke out of this downward trajectory that needed to start to build some momentum. So we want to remember that as well, way down there at the 160 mark. So 50-day moving average is right here at 324. As long as we're below it, which we're at 318 right now post-market, we are in bearish territory. The moment we're above it, we're in bullish territory. If the bulls break through resistance and the 50-day moving average, Their next resistance level is here at 331. That's definitely the mark that the bulls want to break through to reach newer highs and new resistance levels. But they need to start somewhere, right? But before we talk about that, the most important point right now that I want every single investor to pay close attention to if the volatility takes it in that direction is 305. If 305 gets broken through, you have a really small window between 305 and 303 to see if the bulls are trying to reappear, or are the bears dominating this one, because we're already in bearish territory and any lower just takes us deeper into newer lows and newer support levels. So you definitely want to keep that in mind and watch it closely. Now, resistance is 320. That needs to be broken through by the bulls. I want every single investor to be aware of this, but this does not guarantee that the bulls have gained control. I want every single investor to be aware of that as well. This is just an indicator for us investors on where the stock is heading and where the momentum is taking it. And if the bulls can turn 320 into a support, they're getting one step closer to pulling upwards and reaching the 50-day moving average, and then crossing it to end up in bullish territory. And then their next goal would be to break through 331 and reach newer highs and new resistance levels. But before getting to any of those numbers, 320 needs to be broken through and turned into a support. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community. And don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Stay tuned till the end of the video because I have a new ticker symbol you won't want to miss. So for everyone that has stayed to this point in the video, the ticker symbol I'm about to share with you guys is one I've been watching for some time, but it was hanging out around the same area for almost a month or maybe even longer. And I was just trying to see because things were looking kind of quiet, but analysis ratings were being upgraded in the last few months and weeks leading up to this point, and I wasn't seeing much movement, but they were stating that their upgrades, are forecasts up in like 6 months from now, a year from now. And this ticker symbol, you've probably heard about it before. I highly suggest doing more research on it and doing your due diligence. But the ticker symbol is ZNGA, Zynga Inc. I don't know if you guys have heard about it before, but it was hanging around the same area. You could see some consolidation here within the $9 mark. And then also a little bit before that, it was around that area and it fell. So I was watching it. I was trying to see, are these upgrades really true? Are these forecasts possible? And now we're seeing it actually running up. So this is definitely one you want to add to your watch list, and especially since it broke out of this consolidation here. And instead of going in the opposite direction like we saw previously when it ran up to the $9 mark and it pulled back, it actually ran up to the $9 mark. It held pretty well, and it ran up now to highs here of about $11. Now, $11 is actually what analysis rating price targets are actually. They're rating it to be on the low end, $11, the mid end around 12 and some change, and the high end that I've seen, unless anybody upgrades higher than that, so far is anywhere between $14 to $15. Now, the fact that it ran up and it's pulling back, this is probably a good time to watch this and keep it on your radar moving forward because it still has room to grow. Now, when I see those numbers of 11 plus, you could see the history of the chart. It was growing its way up and it reached highs here of about $11.15. So anything above $11 are new highs, and they're going to be new resistance levels to be broken through. This is definitely one to have on your watch list moving forward. I've seen a lot of good things about it, and I definitely recommend doing your research and due diligence to then make a rational decision. But you want this one on your radar, especially now that I saw the consolidation actually get broken through. That means that this has momentum to possibly continue to run. Now, the reason why this broke through recently is because of good news. I mean, you're going to see articles pop up. They made it into India, I believe, and so forth. So they're expanding. But this company has a lot of potential moving forward. They dominate in their sector of internet software services, of games and so forth. And also, they're looking to expand internationally, which is going to be growth. And when a company's growing, its stock share should probably grow as well, and market capitalization over time. So very interesting. I definitely wanted to share this with you guys because I was watching it closely. It dipped. It started to run up. We were watching the consolidation. It looked like it was going down here at the beginning of January, back down to $8 and some change. But no, it came back and it actually broke out of that area, those resistance levels up here at the high $9 mark and beginning $10 mark, and hit 11, and now it's pulling back. So you definitely want to watch this one closely moving forward. As always, if you found the video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share it with your friends and community. Don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. And as always, thank you so much, and let's make some money.